Welcome back, everybody. This is Facetious episode 74, recorded on Monday, May 22nd, 2017 at approximately 6:05 p.m. Central Standard Time. I'm happy to be in front of your eyeballs again one more time. I am one of your hosts. I'm Larry, aka Bluemanrule, and I am joined, as usual, by my main Damien. You love him. I know him. I love him. He's my main Damien. He is the Cookie Chef Supreme. He is Mike, aka Scarfinger, aka Real Talk. What's up, dog?
I'm still trying to get my chat up. What's up, niggas? I'm still trying to get my chat up. I'm working on it. What's going on today, man?
Nothing, man. Chilling, dog. Man, So yeah, man, eventful weekend.
Really?
Yeah, man. I had an eventful weekend. It was pretty interesting. Yep. Pretty interesting.
Mine was not very, I don't think mine was very eventful at all, actually.
Really? All right. Well, look here, man. Before we get started, though, let's talk about the chart that the poll that I put up that you were highly disinterested in. Was
I the only person that was disinterested? Because last time I checked, it was only one person actually did something.
Well, it was also only a 24-hour poll, so that's the default, and I forgot to change the time, so that was on me.
So it was only one person voted, and it was probably you.
It wasn't me. I actually didn't vote on it. I just put it up. I never voted. So it was Slasher, I think. But I'll say this:
you, Slasher.
I'll run the poll again next week and leave it up for a week. That way to be good. So the poll was, ladies and gentlemen, it was simply this, because last week Mike, aka Scarfinger, aka Real Talk, was making the argument that he plays games but he's not a gamer. So the poll was simply, if you play games, are you a gamer? Hashtag Scar's denial, yes or no. and Scar cussed me out and said, man, why did you put this poll up? And we have one response because it was on the 24-hour poll, because that was the default and I forgot to change the time on it. So, but it was 100% yes. So preliminary, even though it's particularly anecdotal evidence, the data still suggests that yes, if you play games, you are a gamer.
No, but okay. So here's the thing. All of those people who claim that they're not gamers, that just play like their little Facebook games or play their little mobile games, like no one is pressuring them to call themselves gamers. So why would anybody want to pressure me?
No, I think you misinterpreted the poll. I think what I'm trying to critique is the argument.
Those people are playing games also, right?
Right. But actually, they are counted as gamers. They're just counted as a different kind of gamer, but they are in the actual universe of gamer.
There is no reason to define people as gamers. There's no reason. No other media has a defined term for everyone who consumes said media. Only gamers.
I concur.
The only time that you get a title, if you consume any other media, is if you are like super deep into it, and it, like an audio file or something like that. Like you don't. There's no term for someone who listens to music. Just a regular person who consumes music.
Right.
There's no term for that. There's no term for people who just watch movies.
Just real quick, you got real country on that 4 because you said fur. I just wanted you to know. I heard your point, but I just wanted you to be aware.
But I'm just saying. There's no other term to define anybody else that consumes any other type of media. So why should it just be us?
Right.
Like why can't I just be a dude who like playing video games?
Right. Now, see, the thing is, when that video came out, we're talking about the extra credits video that Scar actually referenced to us in the chat. And when it first came out, I think I actually sent it to you and was like, is this what you were talking about? Because
it's exactly what I am thinking, but said better.
Right. And no, I mean, look, if you're not watching extra credits and you play games, go watch extra credits on YouTube. Like, it's phenomenal. Their writing is great. They make very brilliant points. And I concur. But here's the thing, like, so I concur. No other media has the term. However, our medium is unique in that it is a combination of several different mediums, and it actually pulls in interactivity, which is unique to its own existence. So it makes it stand alone, and kind of like AZ, but only to a point, right? He was talking about the term gamer actually being misappropriated to people who like are really not really good people. Hey, what's going on, Uriah? What's happening, player? So the thing is, when we're talking about gamer and like trying to reappropriate that term, I thought about it and I didn't respond because I'm like, I'm just gonna wait till the show.
Well, guess what? Extra Credits addresses that too. In the same video, he actually says, for those people who are trying to recapture the term, redefine it, nigga, why? I mean, Extra Credits doesn't say that, but it's basically the same thing. Why? Why do you feel the need to do that? What reason? What reason do you have to try to we're gonna retake? You know, it's the same thing. We're gonna retake America. We're gonna make America great again. Like you don't need to retake the term gamer. Like it should be called something else. I think the term the fact that it's called video games is a big problem in the first place, because that's why we all get labeled as children, because we played video games.
Well, I see, and I've heard that point before. And my thing is this: we
discussed this, like the average gamer is 33.
Right. You know, and so, but for that, also, you really can't be responsible for someone else's misgivings or someone else's misinterpretations or connotations surrounding a term, right? You can only use that term to the best of your ability and try your best to exemplify what you feel its best features are, right?
But even with that, like, you are basically lumping me into the same. You're basically lumping me into the same category as them Call of Duty dudes. That all they do is yell, cuss. All they do is yell, cuss, and fuss, and call people all kinds of names and all of that kind of stuff just by playing online. Me personally, I decided a long time ago that when I'm playing a multiplayer game, everything and everyone is a bitch. I decided to narrow it down. I decided to narrow it down. Like, this is a bitch. Like, if you know, like, I like, we had this conversation in the I think we had this conversation around the time where all of us were playing Modern Warfare 2, and like, we, you know, like, the moment I speak in a Call of Duty lobby, I'm getting called all kinds of niggas. Right. Yeah, right. And then, like, and it was worse in the Halo 2 days, because I had people, like, almost every day, like, if I said anything, people, you know, people would just go, that Scarfinger guy's a nigger, and then they would just go in, and they're like, well, how do you get internet while you're on welfare, and how did you afford your Xbox? Did you, you know, like, all of this stuff, like, and it's just like, I don't want to be associated with any of you for any reason, like, for any reason, because I am not like you, and that's a part of the reason why I avoid versus multiplayer. I only really do co-op these days, because I don't want to be associated with the public. And by the public, I don't want to be associated with gamers. Like,
or do you not want to be defined by people's misperceptions of gamers, right?
It's a little bit of both.
Okay.
It's a little bit of both. I'm not one of you. I'm not one of you. I'm actually, like, you know, I can read. I'm informed. Right. And I make decisions based off of being informed. I don't make decisions because of a misguided loyalty for anything.
But as are many of our friends and, you know, folks out there on the internet.
Well, first of all, hold on, wait. The one of my biggest problems with it is we ended up losing the term fanboy because it all got included in gamer. It all got included in.
You saying it's kind of needed into the dough of what a gamer is, when it was really like a peripheral, like the butter seed, like the butter, the butter that goes on the crust instead, and then they rolled it in the crust.
Yeah, exactly. Okay. It all got mixed up together, and now the two terms are indistinguishable.
I don't know.
Because if you say this person is a fanboy, then what is your first thought? Sony or Microsoft? It's not like that you saying that somebody is a DC fanboy or Marvel fanboy. Like someone actually has to add those terms for you to think in that direction. If I say Knox is a fanboy, you know exactly what I'm talking about.
But yeah, the default is kind of in the side.
I usually, I mess with Knox all the time.
Oh, but, yeah, he's getting a laugh. I'm pretty sure.
But like those terms have, they have meshed together, and I never wanted to be included in that range.
Right.
Like I never wanted to be like it's part of the reason why I support the cause of Black Lives Matter, but you don't really see me putting that out there.
Right.
because of how everyone else perceives them. I believe that that's the case. I believe that Black Lives Matter too.
Right.
the two is always implied.
Exactly.
So when you think of how it's been misconstrued, the two is always implied.
Exactly.
So, but it's one of those things where those two terms have meshed and become something really ugly, and I don't want to be a part of the ugliness.
So you don't want to be defined by what you feel the preconceptions are or the well-earned reputation is. So I can understand that, but I think for me, I'm a lot like Slasher, where he says, I think a person who says that, being that they are a gamer, wants to be known as a very passionate fan of said medium, and that's what I am. Like, I'm a passionate fan of said medium. However, just like
I'm a fan. I don't think I'm very passionate about it.
I don't know.
I'm passionate about maybe two or three franchises.
Yeah. Like,
I'm not really a fan of everything as a whole, but like, it comes to the point to where it's like I've always said when we started separating this into like hardcore, core, and casual and all of that kind of stuff, I said I'm probably somewhere around mid-core. Like I'm a little bit above core because I do buy quite a few games a year, but I'm not hardcore about this. I don't really care about most of it, and it's not like I'm a hater. Like I don't really hate much. I don't love a whole lot.
that is Facetious. If you watching, please put that on a t-shirt. I'm not a hater. I just don't love a whole lot.
Yeah, I mean, there's only two things. There's only two things that I genuinely dislike in gaming. I dislike the Battlefield series, and I dislike JRPGs. Like, that's pretty much it. And I'm not even saying I hate those. I dislike those. Those aren't for me. And I ain't never told nobody don't play that shit.
Right. Now look, Andrew says he doesn't define himself as a gamer. He says, I'm not a gamer. So I asked him, what would you call yourself? So again, if we navigated away from that term, because I wanted to try to define it, but if we navigate,
Detroit said he doesn't know what I'm a fan of. Okay, I don't do fandom very much.
Right.
All right. So I am a fan, a real fan of four things: Halo.
All right.
Mass Effect. Jay-Z. And LeBron James. Those are the only four things.
He pulled pride.
Those are the only things that I would consider myself a fan. Those are the only things in life that I would consider myself a real fan of. Like other things that I really like I really like Metallica. Like, most people wouldn't know that about me. I really like Metallica, but I really only really like Metallica S&M because the S&M album was kind of a greatest hits with an orchestra, and that's awesome. Like, I'm a fan of that. I'm not a real fan of Metallica. I really like S&M. So I can't really call myself a fan of all of their music because I don't listen to much of their music outside of S&M.
Okay. All right. So I hear you. I'm with you. So Andrew said he would call himself an enthusiast of things, even though you're not a gamer. But I think so. Here's my thing, right?
I'm just a brother who likes games.
I like games too, but for me, instead of saying a brother who likes games, like I don't have a problem. I do not have a problem truncating that term to just say gamer. I don't have a problem with that. I really don't. He says gamer will suffice for a generic label. I'm passionate about watches, cars, tech, minimalist, right? And I'm passionate about a few of those things as well, man, about cars and tech for sure. You know, I got a Moto 360. That's about as far as my watch game go. I got a Fossil in the back. That's it. Hang it up. But
I thought about a Moto 360, by the way.
Pretty good, man. I like it. But so I understand where you guys are coming from, man, and that, you know, the definition plays a, you know, and AZ, I hear you, man, kind of want to reclaim the term, but I wear the term proudly. I don't, because I know I'm not one of those dysfunctional elements. But then again, that's just me, right? Like, you know, being black, people don't assume us, they don't assume we're intelligent, right? They don't assume we're kind of civilized, right? So I've always kind of lived my life outside of the preconceptions. So for me, it's not foreign territory, is what I'm trying to say. It's something that I'm familiar with.
It's like you just said with the whole being black thing. It's kind of hard to convince people that we are not a monolith.
Yep.
Like, you know, it's and that's what you get into when you start saying gamer. Like they become a monolith. When I say I'm a gamer, you know, most people who are not gamers, they immediately assume I'm a Call of Duty guy or I'm a Madden guy and all of this other stuff. And both of those I barely play.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like,
right.
I don't want you to, don't assume that. I play video games. I enjoy video games, you know, but I'm not like them. I'm me.
It's me, dog. All right, man. Well, let me tell you what happened on my weekend, dog. My weekend was mad interesting. And it started off on Friday. So I just want to tell you a little bit. So I'm real excited, right? My son graduated high school. Word up, right? Got one done. Son graduated high school and it took place outside. It was an outside graduation, you know what I mean? Really, really nice night. However, it was about a 40% chance of rain. And it was broadcast earlier in the week, it being 100%. Then it dropped to 80. Then that day it dropped to 40. We're like, word up and keep dropping. Let's go. Went outside, and as Oklahoma is prone to do, the graduation is going. You can hear the thunder. You can see the clouds. We're outside in the football stadium, right? And people looking around like, "Come on, cuz." School kind of hood. "Come on, cuz. I ain't trying to get wet, man, because we got to stretch out to grandma's house. You know what I'm saying? We got to walk way down there." And so people doing that in front of us stuff, right? And so when my son's row gets up to call their names, so it, like they go up and they get in a row and they're gonna go like backstage and then they all file out that way. When his row got up, it started just pouring. They were like, "Okay, everybody, just all right, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to need you to go into the auditorium. We're going to finish it in there." And then as we were migrating to the auditorium, because keep in mind, his graduating class had about 311 people. I counted on the program, 311. That attrition rate is terrible, though, because his class started with almost 600 students. So anyway, as we get to the doors to get into the school, to get into the auditorium, when we get to the doors, it stops raining. And then he comes over to the loudspeakers. If you have already received your diploma this evening, you are dismissed. So my son was hot.
you already got your diploma. You good. Go ahead, players. Go ahead to grandma's house and spray it.
Right. Go to grandma's house. Go get some chicken, some mac and cheese. So,
but be careful who made the potato salad.
Right, you always got to watch the potato salad and listen. I don't care what nobody say. Everybody
who made the potato salad? Who made it with mayonnaise? Who made it with spread? Or who made it with mustard? Like, you got to be certain.
You got to count them out.
You got to figure out who made this potato salad. What'd you make this with? Did you use spread? If you ain't use spread, I'm out. Like, for real.
For real, okay?
I don't really eat potato salad anyway.
Okay, so deviation. My mom always used to make potato salad. She always would use like her own chopped up pickles, and she would always do that. She would always do it herself, but she would leave the pickle because I hate pickles. I hate pickles, so she would leave it out of mine. So I'd have my own little bowl of potato salad when she made it. Son, it was off the chain. So yeah, man. But so anyway, man,
the auntie make the deviled eggs like. The auntie make auntie ain't make the deviled eggs. Who made this?
Right. Like I said,
Cousin Pete made the devil. No, we good. I got you.
Yeah, no, I'm good. Cousin Pete pick his nose.
I'm gonna look what I'm gonna do. This is what I'm gonna do. I know Cousin Pete got a cat. So I'm gonna put one on my plate. And when I get down to it, I'm gonna say I'm full. And then I'm gonna wait a few minutes before I get another plate. I mean, everything except for that damn leg. Because I know Cousin Pete got a cat. Like, you can't just be eating people who got these animals. Like, you can't be eating all their food.
Man, listen. Oh, goodness. Look, watching your boy cook that I tell you guys about on this channel, man, Juicy J. It's not Juicy J, but anyway, the guy that I watch cook does not wear gloves, Mike, and just it is the most infuriating.
No, it all depends. Like, does he actually show himself very properly washing his hands?
No.
Okay, then
no. That's what I'm saying, guys. That's what I'm saying, man. You can't do it. Anyway, so we get there.
Jay, I'm gonna need you. I'm gonna need to see you. Like these are things that need to happen. I need to see you wash them hands or put some gloves on. One of the two. If neither happens, I ain't eating a damn thing you cook.
Right. Word up. But so all right. So back to the graduation. So we get up in there. We go to the gym. The gym. I was thinking, man, it's gonna be hot in the mug in this gym because they ain't planned to have this gym filled with all these people all day. It was actually cool. The auditorium. The auditorium was actually cool. Went upstairs, got some seats and everything. And, you know, I'd been telling my son, I'm like, man, you need to get involved and stuff. He's like, no, man, I know a lot of people, man. I'm cool. I know a lot of people. I'm like, cool. So, you know, when they walk across the stage, people yell for you. And, you know, we yelled for him and stuff and everything. But when he said he walked across, he was like, man, it was quiet when they called my name.
I'm going to tell you, it was quiet. It was quiet as hell for me because the only thing I was thinking was, don't trip, 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 don't trip. Shake a hand, pose for the picture. Don't trip, don't trip, don't trip, don't trip. Like that was my whole thought process. Until I got off the stage, the only thing I was thinking was, don't trip. Like, like you know, I'm a cool dude, and I think I could probably pull it off. But if I face plant on that stage. If I face plant on that stage, it's a wrap for your boy. And I know high school is over, but that is going to be the thing that everybody remembers from graduation if I face plant.
Right. Everybody remembers it. But so for mine, small school, right? Small school, we actually had a really big auditorium, though, but everyone comes out to like all the events in town. So when I walked across the stage, man, huge, right? And that was a lot way for a lot of people because everyone knows everyone, right? You don't have to worry about that. Mm-hmm. So anyway, so when he goes to leave, right, for school, you know, and afterwards, after the graduation, we're like, well, I know you want to go do something with your friends tonight, man. Just, you know, go out and have fun. He was like, okay. So he was calling when we were leaving, checking up, right? 20 minutes later, he comes home. I was like, what you doing home, man? I thought you were going to go out with friends. He was like, well, you know, my primary set of friends, you know, they're all just at home or with the girls chilling. I'm like, okay, cool. That's what, you know, I understand, you know, you ain't with your girl, but that's cool. And he was like, nah, you know, she in the house. And then he's like, my other set of friends want to go do something illegal. He was like, I'm cool. I'm just going to come on home. So I was really proud of that. He was like, no, I'm good. I don't need none of that. I'm just going to come to the house, set it down, and be good. So what is Derek talking about here, man?
No, you have to go back a little bit. So I'm finish your story because we're going to have to go back on some things.
Yeah. So no, that's really about it. So that was it. I rode my bike Saturday and Sunday. And then I started a new fitness thing, which is a 4-week plan. It's only $45. We're going to knock that out. And that's it. So let's back up because we had some more comments. Go ahead, Mike.
He said, when you're very knowledgeable about video games more than most and podcast or stream video games, then you're a gamer. No, that makes you an enthusiast. It does not make you a gamer. It makes you a gaming enthusiast.
You know, I kind of agree with his statement, provided, and most people do this, if you play games as well. Like, you could be knowledgeable about it, but not actually play. But if you play and you have all of these other elements that you podcast about it or you stream video games, then yeah, bro, you're a gamer. I'm sorry. You are.
No, I'm not. I choose what I want to be. You don't choose for me.
Listen, society puts you in a box.
Don't do it for me. You don't do it for me.
Society labels you, and You know,
society can call me whatever the fuck they want to. I'm sorry. I'm not supposed to say the F word. Society can call me whatever they want to. It's not about what society thinks I am. It's the reason why I personally get to resist being called a thug and all of these other things that you try to avoid calling me instead of calling me a nigga. It's not about what you call me. It's about what I believe I am. Because if I believe that, I was raised in the hood, but I'm not a hood wolf. Then that's what it means to me.
Right.
Like, you don't get to call me a hood wolf just because I was raised in the hood.
Right. No, I concur. I mean, my grandpa always said it's not what people call you, it's what you answer to, right? So that's kind of what it is. I mean, that's kind of how I leave it. Now I love this comment about Slasher. He's like, man, you guys see Snoop Dogg and Martha Stewart battle cooking the fried chicken. Snoop's hands were all filthy as hell. Ice Cube call him out of his man's hands filthy, being filthy.
Okay. First of all, was his hands filthy, or do his hands look like that because of how much he smokes?
You know, that's a very solid question. Very solid question.
And you know something? The best thing about Snoop and Martha Stewart being cool. Oh, I found out something about Martha Stewart the other day. Did you know that Martha Stewart got her career as a model?
Didn't know that.
Yeah, I saw that. But like, I love the picture of the two of them together, and it says, only one of these is a convicted felon. Don't judge a book.
That's really good. That's really good though. It's really good though.
But yeah, are his hands filthy, or do his hands look like that because of how much he smokes? And okay. I don't know how to say this, but it just came out last couple of days. Your boy Snoop is recording a gospel album.
What? Come again.
Your boy Snoop Dogg. Snoop Doggy Dogg, Snoop Lion, whatever you want to call him today, is recording a gospel album.
How was that gonna go? I'm wondering,
probably as well as depending on who he got up there, he might be able to pull this off because R. Kelly did it and that joint was slamming.
Well, that was his roots, though. That was R. Kelly's roots, though. So
that was R. Kelly's roots, but this was after all of the allegations and all of that stuff came out. But see, R. Kelly did the smart thing, did the real smart thing, and your boy Tyrese did the same thing. He came out with a double album. One of the CDs was the gospel album, and the other one was the Steppin' album.
Right.
So he kind of worked that out. And your boy Tyrese did the same thing. Tyrese wanted to come out with a rap album. So he came out with a double album. One of them was rapping, the other one was singing. So nobody gets to be disappointed like how the people were disappointed in Chris Cornell's Timbaland album, which I've been listening to since he passed, and I find it to be awesome. I wouldn't call it great, but it is very, and I called it on Chris Cornell, singer, just committed suicide. He was a singer. Most people know him from Soundgarden and Audio Slave. And he recorded an album with Timbaland, and it's as I called it on the Dream Team. Shout out to the Dream Team. Dream Team is going premium, dog.
Nice.
I called it very Timbalicious. Like it's Chris Cornell singing, but all of the music is very Timbaland.
Nice.
When it came out, it was critically panned. All of his fans hated it because it wasn't rock music. It was Timbaland. So they basically pressured him into re-recording the album with rock instruments instead of the Timbaland stuff. And I never figured out how good that actually worked out because you can't fucking find it. I mean, you can't find it anywhere.
See, here we go. All unnecessary, man. We sorry.
Because you can't find it anywhere. You can't find it anywhere. The only on all of the streaming services. I even looked on Spotify, which I have a passing, the free membership of. I don't use Spotify that often, but they have the Timbaland album, and then they have the first single, Long Gone. They have the rock version of that one song, but the rest of the rock versions are not there at all.
Yeah, I need to pull that up. I need to pull that up on Spotify because I've been listening to it a lot lately, and I found out it's actually free with T-Mobile because T-Mobile gives you certain apps that don't use any of your data. So I've been streaming a lot. Spotify is one of them. I'm streaming a lot.
Yeah, that's cool. But I really, really enjoy it. But yeah, like I don't understand how you want Snoop gonna pull this off.
Man,
Fat Joe said it a long time ago. There was an interview that Fat Joe was at a radio station, and they had a whole bunch of pictures of it was a hip hop station, and they had a whole bunch of pictures of different rappers and stuff like that. And they was asking him what he thought about all of the people who were on the wall, including himself, I believe. And when they got to Snoop, he said that, you know, Snoop is a hip hop superhero. Like he's kind of above. Yeah. He's kind of above all of this. Like you can't even. Like, what can you say about Snoop at this point? Like he has done it all. He's acted and all of this other stuff, and he's just kind of above it all. I mean, Snoop did a documentary where he called himself the reincarnation of Bob Marley, and no one had anything to say about it.
Yeah,
that tells you how. Just how far above all of this stuff people hold Snoop. Like Snoop is not. We don't like when Snoop coming out with a new record. Like we don't really care. Like he can come out with Sensual Seduction, and we're like, okay,
that's Snoop. Cool. It's Snoop.
It's Snoop.
Another round. Yeah.
It's like all right, but it's just that's just kind of crazy to me.
Right.
So all that I wanted to talk about Scream.
That's okay. It's all right. I can't believe I missed your subtitle on your lower third. It says lover of bunny snacks.
Bruh, I need to find those cookies and cream bunny snacks. Those are the last one I need to try.
Man, I can't believe I missed it. But listen, so let me bounce back because there are a couple of things that I want to talk about this weekend.
Okay.
And okay, so to me there are a few things that help define a man. A couple of things help define a man, right? And it may not be what you think. But psychologically, one thing that I truly believe defines a man is how he cuts through a crowd. Like how you make your way through a crowd defines whether or not you're timid, whether or not you're aggressive, whether or not you're polite, defines whether or not you have vision, defines whether or not you have all of these things, right? So I was cutting, and I was thinking about this as I was cutting through the crowd to get back inside for the graduation this week. And I was thinking, you know, I'm stepping through this crowd pretty strong right now, you know? So I was like, you know, that kind of defines, but I'm stepping through it like I am. Like I know where I need to go. I know my destination, and I'm going to get there, right? I'm just going to navigate, weave around. You know, I kept looking back, making sure everybody in my party was with me. And so I thought that's kind of what defines a man, right? And then the second thing happened. So we got this screen door that we picked up at Home Depot. I ordered it. And I went to go pick it up, and I was in there waiting, and there were new people in there. And believe it or not, Home Depot took like 20 minutes to find the door. So while I was up there at the customer service desk, you know, a customer service desk, just given it's the customer service desk, nothing good happens at the customer service desk, right? So I was there at the customer service desk, and this guy came in, and y'all, I'm a curse, but it's for the purposes of the story. So he says, yeah, I came in. I don't know why I'm doing this voice because I feel like doing this voice. Yeah, I came in and somebody, I need to talk to somebody because they said that my refrigerator was going to be here and they were going to install. So the man that came to put the refrigerator in called me, said he was going to be in my house at 10 o'clock. 5 minutes before 10, he calls me saying he can't make it. So I need to talk to a manager so I can chew somebody's ass. Now I'm like, okay, number one, you don't say you're going to chew somebody's ass and just leave it at that because that could really be taken.
Pause, granddad. Pause.
That could really be taken the wrong way, right?
Pause, granddad.
So here's the thing, Mike. So the dude was about my age and I was this close to going and say something. But I was like, you know, it's not my business. But I really think because he was like, well, I need to talk to the manager. Somebody needs to make something happen. They're like, well, we can get you a loaner refrigerator. I don't want a loaner refrigerator. I want my refrigerator. It's supposed to be there today. You told me it's going to be there today. I'm supposed to be at my son's T-ball game. And I'm like, all right, son. All right. I'm like, all right. Like, I've worked in customer service a lot in my life, right? And even if I'm not directly in customer service, I do forward or front facing work, right? If I'm making GIS maps in the oil and gas industry, I'm talking with people who need the data on a map, right? So I'm talking to them, I'm interfacing, I'm doing contracts now. Like, so I'm talking with the customer who needs it. I'm talking with the contractor who's going to do it. I've always done that stuff. And I really firmly believe, as much as you cut through the crowd like a boss, as Slasher was saying, I believe how you treat people in customer service defines you, especially when you're upset.
When I first got with my my ex-wife, she talked recklessly to fast food employees, and it took me to say, why are you trying to get them to spit in my food?
Mm-hmm.
Like, I'm not mad at these people, and because of what you're doing, because you won't lower your volume and talk to these people like a human beings, they gonna spit all in my food.
Right. That's a problem, bro. That's a problem.
So there's gonna be a problem with my food because you just teed off on somebody who, I mean, if you've ever been inside of a fast food joint and they got the speaker on to the drive-through, like you can hear what people ordering. You can't hear what they're saying. Like, these people have to learn basically how dentists know what you're talking about when your mouth is wide open.
Right.
Like, fast food employees basically have to learn that in order to understand what's coming through that speaker, because it's not clear at all. So, like, when somebody in the drive-through is not getting your order right and you have to correct them, like, just say it as clearly as you possibly can. If not, just pull up to the window and be like, hey, this is what I said. When you're actually talking to a real person, don't get frustrated with them, because then they get frustrated with you and then they spit in my food.
Right. Now, someone who worked at McDonald's going through college for 2.5 years or 3.5 years, no, 2.5 years. I got it right. Listen, as someone who took orders from the drive-through with the headset, bruh, you actually have to learn how to filter out. It's human noise filtering. Like, you really have to learn to filter out cars. You have to learn to filter out hiss, which, okay, I'm going to make money because I'm going to develop a headset for drive-throughs that no longer has hiss, bruh. Like, if I can make something that no longer has hiss, we in it, son. We in it. But listen, so like, it doesn't help. And then I thought to myself, I'm like, I really should have said something. But I thought to myself, I really don't want to, because my son was there and he's never really seen me like get down and break somebody off. And I was like, I really don't want him to have to see me break this dude off, because this dude is talking sideways to everybody. And if he come at me like that, look here, homie, it's going to be a whole different thing. We got nothing but air and opportunity and a whole parking lot outside. So, because that's how I get down. That's how I roll. But yeah, man, and Slasher says, you can start off customer service with respect and dignity, but if you feel that they're being disrespectful as real bad customer service, it doesn't end well for them. There is bad customer service, and I agree with you.
But here's the thing: if you feel like you're not being properly respected,
right,
in almost any case, the thing that they're going to fear the most, not from me. I got a white girlfriend. All I got to do is tell her to ask for a manager.
Right.
So, but
you lean over to her shoulder real quick. You're gonna ask for a manager.
No one's gonna care about me asking for a manager. But if she start asking some questions about somebody higher up, you best believe some shit gonna get done. It's gonna get done. It's gonna get done. But you know what? I rent storage spaces and people act up to me all the time. And there's ways that I can kind of mess with people, but I learned, especially working customer service over the phone, the best thing for me to do is to not go to your level, is to keep going lower. Because what it's going to do is going to infuriate you to the point that you realize that you're elevated and I'm not. Mm-hmm. And it's going to drive you crazy, and it's going to make me laugh as soon as you walk out the door.
Right.
Like the best thing that you could do if you're at your job and you have to deal with the public, all you have to do is just be as calm as humanly possible. It just happened to me a couple of days ago. This lady tried to say somebody stole something out of her space. It was like, okay, was there any sign of a break-in? No. Was your unit locked correctly when you got there? Yes. Do you have both of your keys? Does anyone else have a key? No, I have both of them right here. So who broke into your storage unit? I don't know. I pay y'all every month. So and then I was like, well, there's no sign of a break-in. And then she got elevated because she accused me of not taking it seriously. And I'm just like, well, even if you try to file an insurance claim, all they're gonna do is call me and ask me, was there sign of a break-in at all? And I'm gonna say no. And you're not going to get anything. Mm-hmm. But she just gotten elevated. She talked to my manager. She started cussing and fussing. She started dropping F-bombs. And he was like, all right, then I'm out.
Oh, he just walked out. He's like, nah, I'm good.
Yeah. He was like, you don't really, he said it to her at first, like, you don't have to talk like that. Just tell me what's happening. I'm telling you what I see. Mm-hmm. And she just was elevated because somebody stole the tablet out of her storage unit. But what do you expect me to do when your unit was secured? There's no evidence that no one broke in from the top. So what are you gonna do? She was not happy about that, and I hate the idea of the customer being always right, because sometimes you just ask wrong.
You know what, man? You know what? I truly believe that was something that was invented by admin back in the day, and that's not always the case, because believe me, from someone who comes on the other end of customer service, half the time the customer is an asshole. Like half the time, the customer just is a jerk, and half the time they're not right. So
I find it to be a thing where you have people who have no power in their daily lives think that they can hold that power over you, and like those people, if you got a regular old job, you tend to look down on people at fast food joints.
And I don't know why people do that.
Yeah, I don't know. Like those people got jobs just like you. Like the way people look down on people that work in Walmart and stuff like that. And it's just like, well, I mean, you just a person just like me, and you do this job so you can take care of your family and have a place to live and all that other stuff. I mean, yes, Walmart push y'all into getting government subsidies, but like I don't see myself as different than anybody else. And I don't see myself as better than anybody else. I have my ups and my downs. I have my good days and my bad days. But when I'm not having a good day, it's not your fault. And I'm not going to try to take that out on you. But most people don't. I mean, a lot of people don't think like that.
Right. And like I said, man, like I think this defines who people are, right? Like, who are you? Because there are two things that define people's, ethically. Who are you when you have power, and who are you when no one's looking? Like, those are the two things that really define who you are. And like Slasher, he says his sister, like Slasher was talking to me, my threats about, taking the dude outside. And he was like, yeah, the people get dealt with. And he's like, he said his sister, Slasher says his sister is not to be messed with. She's one of those letter writers, bro. So, when you lean up and be like, hey, you going to ask for that manager? She'd be like, you know what? I'm about to get on this contact us real quick. And she gets to typing up stuff. And Terrence says, you can also escalate an issue without losing it. And generally when I do, I'll ask for a manager and then I'll wait. And I'm always pretty rational, pretty calm. You know what I mean? And he says he writes those letters as well. But yeah, man, I was ready to pop off. I was ready to pop off today. And then the issue got resolved so smoothly that there was just nothing I could do but say thank you and hang up the damn phone. Right. Man.
I'll talk about that in the closing moments.
That's what's up, man. So, but Mike, man, that's really all I had, man. Did you have anything else? Like anything else you doing? Anything else you playing? Dude, I don't have much. I still need to do my in your ear because I didn't do my in your ear from last week. So I'm gonna do it this week. But,
okay, so let me tell you. Come on, son. He said pop off, pause.
Stupid, man.
For
giving these shout outs.
I have been playing Mass Effect. I started playing Mass Effect again after playing the Division, waiting for Chase, and then Chase is now in a place without internet. So I was playing by myself. So I stopped playing and I went back to Mass Effect. And I am running into so many glitches now, and I thought like it's getting bad. Like a lot of cutscene glitches, even to the point to where I'm having to cancel the game. You know, I'm having to back all the way out of the game and, you know, proper close it. Like, I'm having more errors now than I did at the beginning.
Right. And I didn't have that many either.
You want to know something that's weird?
What?
I'm playing through the game for a second time, and I'm getting into these rooms, and I'm like, how did I get through this the first time? Because I didn't have any issues the first time, and now I'm having to look up a guide because I'm like, I don't think I'm doing this right. You get to the vault on Eladin, and then in order to get through the first door, you got those 5 consoles, and you have to try to figure out which ones to do. I don't remember having to look that up the first time.
You don't. What it is I think if you pull out your scanner, it gives you. Well, it's also the little floating rocks. The floating rocks is the sequential order.
Yeah, it's no, not that one. It was one where it's just 5 of them in a straight row in front of it, and all of the lines are going, and you got to highlight all of the lines. But I don't remember having to look that up the first time, and now I'm having to, and that's happened to me a couple of times, mostly in vaults. But yeah, I'm and then like the glitches in the cutscenes, glitch these nuts, chat, glitch these nuts, chat. It's just kind of weird that I'm having a harder time playing on an easier level, which is like. It's really odd, but I'm getting through it. I'm back in. I saw someone posted an article saying that some people say that Andromeda is the best game. I say that Andromeda has surpassed 1 for me. It may without the glitches. Without the glitches, it may surpass 3 for me.
3?
It's never going to surpass 2.
Yeah, 2 is on a caliber by itself.
But 3 is only held that high because, you know, if you go into 3 thinking that the whole 3 is the ending, then you're not disappointed by the ending. Like because the whole point of 3 is wrapping up all of these storylines. And so it's basically your ending. You're wrapping all of this stuff up. Then you get to the end, you make your final decision, and that's that. Now, you know, a lot of people say, well, all of my stuff was supposed to add up to these things at the end. But if you pay attention, like all of these things that you did are the things that you're using to diffuse the situations that you have leading up into the end. So if you look at the whole game of 3 as your ending, it kind of puts it in a different perspective, and you can enjoy it more. So it hasn't quite is right neck and neck with 3 right now. I may put 3 ahead because of the emotional resonance and like how much got built up and resolved in 3, as opposed to Andromeda is a refined version of 1. Period. Like that's if you're one of those people, if you're one of those people who loved 1. I think you will love Andromeda because Andromeda is everything 1 is, but done a whole lot better.
Andromeda is a refined version of 1, factoring in the loyalty missions from 2, and also with improved multiplayer from 3. That's what you get. And improved exploration. Yeah. Also, bruh, you are literally playing like 6 different open worlds, bro. Do you understand what that means? Like in a video game, you are playing 6 different open worlds, all completely separate from each other. Right. But they all fit into this one narrative. And yes, you do a whole bunch of stuff that don't seem like it has anything to do with anything, but that's every open world. And this game is just a handful of open worlds to deal with, and they all go to a common goal. And I really enjoy Andromeda for that. I hate the fact that
EA messed this up, and now EA is putting it on ice for now. And I'm really hoping that I get my DLC at least.
Yeah,
because we ain't got no word on the DLC, and there's 2 DLCs that need to be done.
Right. You know what? But you know what though? I still this week, man. If you got time this week, I want to do a Mass Effect roundtable because I was thinking about it this week. I'm like, man, I really want to do it this past weekend, but I had to sing this weekend, and that wasn't cutting it. But I really want to do one this weekend. Yeah,
just let me know because I'm in. I would love to do a Mass Effect roundtable because I believe it's a really, really good game.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, it does have glitches, it does have problems, but all of them, with the exception of 3, had major technical issues, especially at launch. 3 went by pretty well. Okay. But it took 3 games for them to get all of that technical stuff right.
Yeah.
So I'm not barring the technical issues as a whole, Andromeda is a pretty good goddamn game. And I think that even if because I was listening to Game Enthused, and he said that he didn't even finish 3 because of all of the talk about 3. Aaron said this. He never finished 3 because he started 3 and stopped because of what everybody else was saying. No, bro, you need to experience that for yourself.
Yeah, you're gonna get in on that for sure.
I think the first trilogy is just amazing games. And you should want to experience that. What's up, dude? And so I've been playing Andromeda again, and I'm really, really enjoying it. I'm making different decisions. Some of the decisions I don't really want to make. But I said I was gonna go into it and make different decisions to see how it all worked out. So hopefully it will all work out. So I'm back there. I need to play something different. I need to finish Gears and some other stuff.
Yeah.
I'll hop into that soon. I really want to play that basketball game. You know that new game? Was it Playgrounds?
Yeah.
And Playgrounds. I really want to play that because that looks like a lot of fun. It looks like a whole lot of fun.
It does look. It looks pretty fun.
But I don't really want to spend $20 on it. I'll wait for a sale.
Yeah, I'm cool. I'm cool.
I'm cool. I'm cool on $20 for that. Right. I ain't paying $20 for an NBA Jam. Okay. The last thing I want to talk about. So I upgraded my my Vape-mod.
Yeah.
And so now I have this bad boy. This is it's a Rumelo RX2/3 because it's called a 2/3 because the back of it I can change. It has 2 different backs. You can put 2 batteries in here or 3 batteries in here.
Okay.
And I've already ordered some more batteries from Amazon so that I could possibly go to 3 batteries. So far, it's been great. I'll probably do a review or some sort after I've had it for like a week or so. I've only had it for a few days, and that's great. I also ordered some new stuff from a place. I was watching a video and they were testing out some stuff from a place called the Dollar E-Juice Club. And one of the cool things that they do is you can order like a sample pack of and it has like these 5 little mini bottles so that you can try them out.
What?
And these are all $1 a piece.
Nice.
Now I did place the order, and this is where I said I had the issue. I placed the order. I ordered 9 of the little bottles, and I ordered 1 big bottle. I paid my money. I paid for my shipping. They sent me all little bottles.
What?
Yeah, they sent me all little bottles. So I called, and I was expecting, like I said, I was expecting it to be a problem, and somebody gonna have to do something. And I called the customer service number. I went straight to a person.
Nice.
I mean, straight to a person. I wasn't on hold for not even 10 seconds. I talked to a person. He said, okay, I can see what we did wrong there. I mean, and it's an easy mistake to make because I ordered 9 little bottles and I ordered 1 big bottles. But if you're in the process of putting all of these little bottles in these little containers, you don't realize that one of them might be a big one. Right. You know what I mean? Because I'm just trying out a whole bunch of stuff. But you know, the big one it's supposed to taste like Skittles. You know, but for real. I mean, I look, Rasta. before you say pause, I ain't say nothing about tasting no rainbows, but yeah, I ordered one that tastes like candy. See, that can be taken the other way. I'll let your boy. Right. But yeah, I ordered one. I ordered a 60 milliliter bottle. All of these are like they're like 5 milliliters a piece.
Okay.
I saw this on a video, and then I used his code, and so far the stuff it took longer than normal to come in the mail, and also I placed the order. See, damn it, Rasta.
Just put balls in the chat.
I placed another order on the normal place where I order, which is Mount Baker Vapor. Okay. Let me tell you what Mount Baker did. Now, last couple of times I ordered with Mount Baker, I ordered three bottles, and they usually throw in a little something extra, right? And it's usually I ordered 3 30 milliliter bottles. They send me a 15. The first time they sent me this right here, which is banana nut bread that I'm never going to use, and Chase wants me to send it to him. And I'm like, I'm not about to pay just to send you this. And then the second time, that's when they sent me that green apple, and I had the issues with the green apple because it was 18 instead of the 6 that I normally use. So I'm expecting another. I'm expecting another little bottle. So I ordered the things I normally order, and nigga, let me tell you what they did. Let me get in close. These wonderful, wonderful people at Mount Baker Vapor, bruh, they sent me a whole 30 ml bottle of the same thug juice I was ordering.
Nice.
Bruh.
Nice.
Whole 30 ml for free, bruh.
Nice, man.
Bruh.
When you frequent a place and you don't go in there cussing out people, they hook you up.
Yeah, man, they looked out for your boy, because I was expecting another 15 or something, and I would have been cool with it as long as it wasn't banana nut bread. No pause. It's just so I was as long as I and they looked out for your boy. So even though that this Dollar E-Juice Club, their the prices are the same for double the amount, I'm still ordering from Mount Baker, dog.
There you go. Hey, that's what's up. That's what's up, man.
They pretty much got a customer for life.
That's cool, man. That's good. Keep holding them accountable, man. If they mess up, then hey, call them out. But if they do something good, let them, acknowledge them. So,
yep.
All right. Well, I got a couple of things. We only got 3 minutes left. Okay. I just got one thing, actually. I just have one thing, and it was last week's for me. So I'm a Motown like soulful guy, right? One of my favorite singers is White Chocolate, Michael McDonald. You know what I'm saying? And
the real Pied Piper of R&B.
For sure. Love that dude. Anyway, Darwin Hobbs, I listen to a lot of gospel. I was listening to a song. I was listening to a channel. I think it was the Israel Houghton channel, and this song came up called Every Day. And it's Darwin Hobbs, but it had Michael McDonald on that thing, dog. I was like, is that Mike? Was like, ooh. I was like, yeah.
You can't mistake him.
Absolutely. And it had it in the text, like it had featuring Michael McDonald. I was like, man, what? And it was a nice little modern gospel jam. Look, man. Yeah, down. And it sounded like something Mike would be on too. Look, it was good. So if you like Michael McDonald and you're not too afraid of gospel, check that one song out. It's called Every Day with Darwin Hobbs and Michael McDonald. That is the jam, because Mike be getting down on that thing, boy. He ain't lost nan bit of that soul either, man. It's White Chocolate for life, man. So,
yeah, it's my mom, who passed when I was young. One of her favorite songs ever, because she was a Patti LaBelle fan, is On My Own with Michael McDonald, dog. Yeah. Every time I hear that song, I think about my mama, and I sing that song like, damn it, I'm Michael McDonald at that point. Like, bruh, I sing that song for real.
Yeah.
So many times. Like I get in there, dog. Like
right, you got to. With Mike, if you get in there halfway, if you try to get in there halfway, maybe you ain't getting in there.
Yeah, it's not. It doesn't sound right. And even though I don't even know what he's saying, but right. I'll mumble. No.
As long as you got that guttural, that's
like I'll do that. But I'm gonna be in there. I'm gonna be in there. So, but yeah, Michael McDonald, like for real, like let's be real. Like without Michael McDonald, we wouldn't have Regulate, dog.
You're right. That is true. Because that's where that beat comes from. And then when we played it in the house, it came up. I was like, oh man, I didn't know that was Mike. And then my wife was like, yeah, because you know she grew up listening to more old school than I did. I just caught on to it later in life.
Never been the same again. Like it for real. How you made that so clear? I keep forgetting. You got to get that in there. Keep forgetting. Yeah, you got to get it. You got to get it. No, Aaron Neville sounds nasally.
Aaron Neville like right. He seems like that because I got one.
You gotta get down here when you say Michael McDonald.
When you get down with Michael McDonald, you gotta feel like you flexing your abs, waiting to get punched, but you know it's not. You just really show what's coming, but yeah. Pause. But it never makes it. So yeah, man.
Yeah, you gotta get down to Aaron Neville is all in the nose.
Oh, Aaron Neville, he's so big. Goodness,
bruh.
Aaron Neville is huge, son.
So I can't say nothing more than like his singing is a little bit more in the nose. It's a little bit more nasally. Because if I say anything more than that, the nigga might show up to my house and
you don't want Aaron Neville riding on you, bro. You don't want him riding on you, man.
Yeah, I don't want. You know, he from Louisiana too. Ain't he?
Yeah, you know, he actually, I think he did serve time in prison because he has a tear tattoo, bro. I ain't even playing.
He never got tears, bro.
He got a tear, man. I ain't even playing, dog. I ain't even playing. Go look it up, man.
Yo.
Yeah, he ended up changing his life around, man. After that.
That is so gangster. That's so gangster.
For real.
So I'm just saying is his sound is a little more in the nose.
Right.
Michael McDonald is down there. You got a good girl, and you got to sing. You got to sing from here. Yeah, you got to sing down from there. Like you can't. I don't even want to try to do Aaron Neville, but just know that it's up here. Like it's up in the nose area.
It is. And he is a super tenor too, man. Like his voice is really high. He's a super tenor. His whole family is like really high. Yeah. But Aaron Neville is that dude though. Yeah. He's that dude, but he can't hold nothing to the Pied Piper of R&B, bro. Absolutely not, man. White chocolate,
the real Pied Piper of R&B.
He riding on R. Kelly. Pause. All right, so
R. Kelly is the problem because he came up with that name in the first place after all of the stuff happened with people talking about him having intercourse with children. Yeah, Here's the problem with that, and I've said this many times. Okay, so R. Kelly was having problems with people saying that he liked having sex with underage girls. Mm-hmm. Then he started calling himself the Pied Piper of R&B. Now I remember the Pied Piper story,
right?
And they were having a problem with rats.
Preach to him.
And so he came in, he played his music, all the rats lined up, the rats got out of there. The people said, that was too easy. We not going to pay you. And what is the next thing that the Pied Piper did?
Turn them all on them.
Nope. He played the music and took their children away. Why are you calling yourself the Pied Piper when the Pied Piper took children away to make the people pay for what? Come on, man. Come on, man. You can't do that.
You know what? I'm pretty sure he didn't finish the book.
I'm pretty sure. You know what? I don't think R. Kelly reads too good. I think that's been documented. I don't think R. Kelly. Right. I don't think R. Kelly reads too good. Musically, he's a genius. Like, I don't care what nobody say. R. Kelly is the only person on Earth.
All of Earth.
Only person on Earth that could make "Feeling on Your Booty" work as a song.
Now he's a heck of a producer. Let me understand. I've told people he is a better producer than he is an actual talent.
Right. He wrote "You Are Not Alone." Bro.
I know. I could play that on piano. And that's the only song I could play and sing on piano.
You Are Not Alone, and knowing that Michael Jackson is gone, like that, it hits you right here, dog. Mm-hmm. Like you gotta rub your eyes after "You Are Not Alone." Right. Yeah, I know it. Yeah, you know. I know, man. All right, man. Get your shout outs in, bro, because we over time. Man, shout out to everybody in the chat, man. I enjoyed each of you. Pause. No, thank y'all for coming out. I got to pull out some Mike McDonald today, so I'm good. I'm about to listen to I Keep Forgetting right now. As soon as this is over with, I'm going to listen to I Keep Forgetting, and I'm listening on my own. I'm gonna think about my mama, and everything is gonna be all right with the world, dog. Right. So shout out to everybody in the chat. Thank you all for making this as entertaining, because I really didn't have a whole lot to talk about, but that Michael McDonald gave us some real, you know what I'm saying? You did that. You did that for us. Right. In the gamer topic, I could talk about this nonsense for days, because y'all not gonna sway me. So y'all not gonna sway me. It's gonna be what it is. Like, for me, what it is when the conversation started is exactly what it's going to be when the conversation is over. It's going to be the same. How it's so summarily, it is what it is. But everybody who's going to be listening to this later, if you're listening to on the podcast, you're missing a little something by not watching this on video. Right. So go check the videos out, listen to it on the podcast, share it with your friends, and man, just thank you just for the time that you took out of your day to just mess around with this silliness, because it's something that we enjoy doing, and I hope that you enjoy nearly as much as you enjoy the shows nearly as much as we like doing it. So thank you very much for taking a little bit of time out of your day to check this out. And I'm not a gamer. On that untruthful note. I went because of what's in the chat. I did that because of what was in the chat. Yeah. Okay. All right. So here we go. So look, thanks to everybody who interacted with us this week, and everyone who's currently in the chat. So here we go. Let me get folks in. So AZ Rock Slide Slash himself, who's becoming just faithful every single week. I didn't see AZ. Where's AZ? He's not in there this week, but he interacted with us this week on Twitter. Sam, aka Reckless Mage, interacted with us on Twitter. Meef J, Knox, Andrew for dropping in, man. We really appreciate it, dog. You know what up there, aka you're right. You know what I mean? That's big time. That's big time. Exactly. So we appreciate it. I see you big time. Yeah, exactly. Terrence dropped in, Mark dropped in, and also Keith, aka Rogue Spear. You know, FKA Rogue Spear, my man's in them. And then also showing up for game night on us was Shownuff. Shownuff 71 also showed up as well on game night. So many shout outs to everybody. Look, I really appreciate it. All the people download, listening via audio, man. We appreciate it. Even shout outs to my dude Darren. I mean, you know, he's still kind of listening every now and then, man. So, but he has a good time. So I sure appreciate it. I got one more thing. Okay, because you mentioned Sam, aka Reckless Mage. Mm-hmm. I found the whole song to "Rockin' and Rollin'," the Yoda joint. Apparently, I only knew the one clip, which is the beginning of the song. They made a whole song, dog, and it's just as great. Like, it is great. The bad lip reading Yoda video. What is it? Huh? It's some birds, right? They have something like the one you sent. Seagulls. Okay, there it is. Yeah. So there is a whole version of that song. All right, and it is just as great as you think it would be. Just that clip was funny, but there's some funnier moments in that. Like him playing drums on R2D2, like all of this stuff. You have to send that to me so I can add it to the show notes when I get it posted. Also,
because of the storms pending here tonight and just how much time it takes, this will not be posted till Tuesday. So people who normally listen, I'm sorry you're just now getting it on Wednesday. But look, man, brother got to relax a little bit. So
it's called Seagulls. In parentheses, stop it now.
Okay. So
that's what yeah.
All right, so we'll pull that up. I'll get that in there. But everybody, thank you so much for watching and listening. Look, we'll be back in your ear and in front of your eyeballs again. Hopefully next week. Hopefully nothing changes up on us. But yeah, thanks for stopping in. Mad appreciated, mad love, and peace out to the Warriors.
Peace out to the Warriors.